We're taking some heat, man. Alright, where is that coming from exactly? No fucking way, dude.
Hang him from the yard. Walk the plank.
Forgive me, guys. I got a little carried away with the tunes there, man. I actually downloaded the trailer because I was just gonna throw like just the Sea of Thieves wording into it, and then I was like using that music, and I was like, holy crap, this is really jiving together, man. So yeah, went from there. But today's video, guys, we are gonna be focusing on Sea of Thieves, what they got right, the different aspects of the game in terms of its MMO co-op aspects, its combat, its user interface, its ship and selling, and as well as the things that are working against this game in the foreseeable future. Now, granted, this is just the beta that I have played, and the first time I've played it. But I put a lot of time into it yesterday and last night, man, and I played solo for a number of hours just to see what it would be like to play as a solo player, and then I played, of course, with a group of 4, and I gotta tell you guys, definitely a game aimed to being a true multiplayer game and playing with the group of people. Now, I know it's something that's gonna turn some of you off because you probably come from maybe a single solo background and you like picking up a solo game only, but this is a game, man, that brings it out of you. Like, if Pirates doesn't bring out that other side of you, man, I don't know what can. So let's go ahead and talk real quick about the MMO co-op aspects to the game. The game has a vote-up voyage system, which is really cool. It allows players to propose a voyage, and then crew members cast their vote by stabbing the desired scroll. I know, epic, man. Finding players actually wasn't that hard either for matchmaking because it essentially just throws people into your crew. We actually joined up on a guy who was midway through a voyage, which allowed us to get some booty. Man, I am never going to get tired of saying that, dude. It's all about the booty. Communication is definitely better if everyone has a mic, though. But there's ways to get around it. And there's actually like preset messages as well as emotes. However, this is a pirate game, so I would really advise, guys, you talk some mean shit to your enemies. I mean, get on a mic and get to yelling and talking some mad, dirty pirate talk. Now let's talk up about the user interface because this was something I've not seen gameplay before, so I didn't know what we were going to be looking at. And so the first thing I noticed about the user interface was that it wasn't cluttered, man. It wasn't all these different menus showing you like health of your ship, how much water you've intake, you know, what your supply level is. It's completely first person and open. There's like one little meter at the bottom showing your health, and that is it. If you want to find where you're going or what your bearings are, you literally have to pull out your compass to actually see where the hell you're even going. There's also no reticle, which is something I find favorable like using guns and swords. It's just like little things like that, man, just adds to the immersion of the game. Now let's talk combat, fellas. Combat is pretty straightforward. You're given a sword, a musket, and a flintlock pistol. I'm talking old school combat here, boys. Ships also come with a number of cannons that you can shoot cannonballs out of, or yourself. And by the way, if you didn't see the first clip, cannons do one-shot people. At least in the beta it does. The AI of skeletons, which is the only like things I've actually gone up against in terms of AI, is pretty good, dude. They're accurate. I mean, the guy one-shot me, which was a skeleton. You know, a number of them are a pretty good shot with everything else, as well as pretty good with their swords. They block, they're not idiots, which is really nice because you want a good AI to go up against in a game like this. Now let's talk about the ships and selling and how that all ties in together. So the biggest crew you can get right now, at least from what I've seen in the beta, is 4 people. Now, I did see a few complaints on forums that people were watching gameplay. They didn't like the way that everyone didn't seem like they had something to do on the ship. You will all be very busy, guys, but not too busy, which is perfect. You don't want to be constantly having to focus on like sales and miss out on the entire voyage. As far as responsibilities goes, you have a captain who can't see shit behind the sails, someone in the crow's nest to call out dangers ahead and around, and someone angling sails to allow for wind gusts to be caught, which is a work of art, I must say. I was the guy angling sails a bunch. I captained for a little bit, but the angling of sails, man, was pretty cool, dude, to see the sails fill up with air. Now, you got a navigator, which you essentially have to have because you've got no way of really knowing where you're going outside of your compass, so you might have overshot your position. And the navigator normally stays either in the cabin quarters or like below deck, and he looks at the map and shouts to the captain, left or right or wherever. So again, everyone is busy, but like not too busy. I was able to go and angle the sails and run to the front of the ship like Rose, man. Be free. However, I wouldn't advise the captain to stop steering the ship. That is a recipe for disaster. But manning the ship and sailing really is an art that I felt that in the heat of certain situations, it's really going to prove to be the biggest part of defeating enemies, man. Dropping anchor mid-fight with the correct sail angle could whip you around. Interceptor style, baby. So let's talk about the things that can sink the ship. And I'm not talking about literally the ship. I mean the entire game itself. A low player base would be the biggest struggle. That's the biggest problem. When you get to a point where you're having an issue with matchmaking, which yesterday I had no problems matchmaking with people. And cross-platform play really plays a big role in this. You've got PC players playing with Xbox people, and so that's really going to help out in terms of keeping an active player base together. But the biggest thing to me, outside of even that, is the progression system has to be good. I think the game is really fun, but I hope the progression system scales with us. Although this is a beta, I can still see the drawbacks to the game if our booty starts to feel pointless in progression. Looking at you, Destiny 2. Overall, I'm hyped for the game though, guys. More than that, Rare's developers love their own game. This is a breath of fresh air seeing devs enjoy what they make, and that same enjoyment trickles down to us as well. Overall, guys, I'm excited about this game, man, and it is so unusual. It's actually a concept that I even thought about years ago and thinking, man, wouldn't it be cool to have an entire crew man a ship? It was actually while I was playing Black Flag, and I was playing and I was thinking, man, it would be so awesome if I had my bros up in here and we were like looting people, man, killing people, making people walk the plank, stuff like that, dude. And I'm so glad that the devs have taken the risk here and are running with it. It is a fantastic beta so far, but again, the full review of this game I'll have out next week after we get through playing through the entire game. Fellas, thank you so much for coming to watch the video. If you enjoyed this one, hit a like button, man, and let me know in the comments below what you think about the beta so far. And as always, guys,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.
Hanging from the yard.